I should, of course, point out that ever since this package was done, there has been some progress on that loan from the Qataris. But the question, of course, is where does this flood of data coming out of Egypt at the weekend leave the country's public finances? Let's find out. Yasser Hakim is our business correspondent in the country, joins us now live from the capital, Cairo. Yasser, how exactly did Egypt's government manage to convince the Qataris to lower the rate on that $3 billion loan from the 5% they were asking for before to 3.5%?
Well, it took around 2 months to do so. 3.5% is still high. If you consider that the last batch of loans by Qatar, the 3.5 billion that were last year, were at a 1.5% interest rate. Now we're talking, they negotiated until 3.5%, down from 5%. It shows that Qatar this time is not so confident of the Egyptian economy, although it's ready to back Egypt in front of the IMF loan to try to secure the IMF loan through an increasing foreign currency reserves. So there is a risk, Qatar is saying, and that's why it increased the interest rate. But they sort of went halfway on the halfway line, down from 5 to 3.5% and up from 1.5%. So it's a halfway line now.
Indeed. Let's take stock of what's happened so far. The target is to get the reserves up to $16 billion. Given the loans from the Qataris and the Libyans, where are we at now?
Well, it was 14.5 after the 2 billion by Qatar, by Libya, sorry. It's now the 3, we're talking 17.5. Another 500 million from the Sawiris family, the Egyptian family. That was a tax payment that will reach around $1.5 billion in the next couple of months. Already 500 million have been put through. We're talking 18 billion. The IMF wants 16 billion, so Egypt is in the safe line right now. Actually, Qatar has just announced that it is planning another 3 billion for Egypt, and they're going to sit down and discuss it very soon. So the foreign currency reserve is steadily increasing. The problem is it's all loans. And the Prime Minister today, he said we should start to work on other alternatives that can concern production, increasing output rather than more loans for Egyptians.
Indeed. We'll have to leave it there for the time being. That's CCTV's Yasser Hakim. He was live in Cairo. It should be fairly interesting to see exactly what the loans do to Egypt's public cash flow, considering the fact that its budget deficit is somewhere around 200 billion Egyptian pounds, roughly 11.5% of GDP.